Let's move
So
on to another one because we're we
running
gotta
out of
keep
time.
going. So another show that they announced is one that I know nothing about. Maybe you can shed a little bit more light on it, but it sounds kind of cool. Is Booster Gold?
Right?
Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He's a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. You know what I find really interesting so far about this
What's
slate,
that?
and you're already seeing it. They take place in so many different timelines or time periods, I should say.
They're
Because
taking in different time periods that we can't keep up with.
yeah,
Like
it's interesting because in Creature Commandos, I believe it said World War II, or I might have read that somewhere else, but I believe it said World War II. Because they said that Rick Flag Senior is going to be in it, so Rick Flag's father is going to be in it, and Booster Gold comes from the future, who's going to come to the past. I imagine it's probably around the same time that the other DCU stuff is going on, but it's interesting to have a character from the future come back because he'll know future information, I assume, about the characters that we're watching in real time. This could be
yeah.
a really interesting show, depending on what angle they go with it. Do you know anything about Booster Gold? Can you shed any more light on this?
Um. So, well, the only thing that I know, like he has been a member of the Justice League, like as far as I know, because I tried googling this stuff. That's the reason why I took some notes on some of these, but this one barely gave any information that would like pop out to me. Like the only thing that really popped out was that he was part of the Justice League. I'm sure that was in the comics,
Mm-hmm.
but again,
Interesting.
like, but I'm not that much of a comic reader. So if you guys know about this character, help us out a little bit.
So he could potentially be the first member of a new Justice League that we're building up to that comes from
Yes,
an HBO Max show.
it could be. It depends on like how well it does. Like how well it does, like depending on reviews and watch hours, because depending on watch hours, that's when they can skyrocket their popularity and get renewed, like for something different, and like where they're gonna take this character, like
That's a good point. That's a really good
because
point.
again, comparing apples and oranges here, because Wednesday hit over 1 billion watch hours on Netflix, so there was no doubt that they were going to get a season two, and that's because obviously of its popularity. And they did the same thing with Stranger Things. Like it was so popular around Netflix that it got renewed for several seasons.
Right. If the Booster Gold character doesn't do too well with audiences on HBO Max, they probably won't bring him into the movies. They'll probably
That's
just
probably so. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
a smart
because
strategy.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because other Netflix, like if other HBO Max shows have not getting that many watch hours, say like if Velma doesn't get so much watch hours, then obviously after they finish that season, they're going to cancel the show. They're not going to continue on because obviously nobody's watching it.
Right.
And if a lot of people are watching it, they'll continue on.
Good point. Good point. Okay, moving on to one last one.